Happy New Year, everybody. Happy Mainstay New Year. It's great to see so many of you friends and neighbors of both the Mainstay, the Ortizes, the Ukulele Club. Thank you for coming tonight. This is our first main stage event of the season, and from this point on, it just moves along at breakneck speed with some wonderful, wonderful upcoming concerts that I'm sure many of you are aware of. And if you fill out that raffle ticket that's on we have some wonderful prizes for you later on this evening. If you fill that out and put it in the little blue bowl over on the side, then we will, with your permission, add your name to the mailing list so that you'll find out about all of these upcoming things. Are there any people here for the first time? Really, welcome. Welcome. Really, wonderful, wonderful. Well, it's the Mainstay. It's been the Mainstay for this is our 28th year. And I'm emphasizing the name because I've recently had some requests to rename the place, the New Kennedy Center. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's a good fit. We'll take it into board consideration. Okay. You know where the exits are. We do have free oysters during the intermission tonight. I still can't believe that we do that, but we do it. And thank very much the people that make that possible. So without much more of your time, I'll tell you more about what's coming up after the intermission, or during the intermission, or at the end of the intermission, whenever that is. But let's welcome Pam and Bob Ortiz.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Out before the sun. If you like your oyster dressing, say a prayer for the waterman. May the Conowingo hold back her debris. May the Susquehanna waters flow gently toward the sea. May the briny mixture kiss your spat upon their beds. May year by year they increase and provide your daily bread. May the storms of summer miss you. May the winters all be mild. May your pound nets filled to bursting be the bay forever wild. May your engines never falter. May you thrive on sea and land. May nature yield her harvest, marrying limit to demand. So your shadow in the morning light, I could not see your face. With the cormorants and herons and the gulls, you took your place. When you sit at table with your loved ones gathered round, know that at our table we rejoice to know you're home and sound. So spare a thought for dredgers and the man who holds the tongs. For the shuckers and the oystermen, we offer up this song. Early in the morning, he's out before the sun. If you like your oyster dressing, say a prayer for the waterman. Early in the morning, he's out before the sun. dressing, say a prayer for the waterman. We'll send that out to Jamie, who's shucking oysters for you right now. And what Matt didn't tell you is when you go out there, tip your shucker. We're so honored that all of you came out tonight. We are really thrilled. Love you. And we've got an evening's worth of original tunes to share with you. And that one was inspired by an invitation I had to go fishing one day with some watermen and Mark Castelli. And those images really stayed with me. This next tune is a rewrite of Robert Johnson's 3220 Blues, which is a song that's about 100 years old. And the tune really held up, but the lyrics not so much. A 3220 is a gun, and in the song, it's all about how he's going to use that weapon to keep his woman in line. And you know I couldn't be singing that song. And this was actually Nevin's thought. So in this song, in this version, there is no gun, but the woman gets everything she wants. It's called 24/7 Man. All right, let's try this. When I call, my baby comes running fast as you can. When I call, my baby comes running fast as he can. 'Cause when I need loving, he's my 24/7 man. When I feel lousy, troubled, or uptight. When I feel lousy, troubled, or uptight. He's got my prescription and he makes me feel alright. Every night he loves to rub my feet. Every night he loves to massage my feet. And if he can't do it, his day's just not complete. He brings me chocolate, brings me a glass of wine. Brings me dark chocolate, brings me a glass of wine. 24/7 he keeps me feeling fine. "24/7 he loves me day and night. 24/7 loves me day and night. And with all that practice, you know he gets it right. He can patch the drywall, spackle and paint it too. He can patch the drywall, spackle and paint it too. When I need repair, he knows just what to do. My baby comes running fast as he can. When I call, my baby comes running fast as he can. 'Cause when I need loving, he's my 24/7 man. So we are going to have, later in the show, we'll be bringing up the old Pam Ortiz Band. We're really excited about that. It's been 5 years since we played together, so let me get this right. If I get it right. Yeah, COVID really was tough on musicians and humans. It's that capo. I need that capo.
No.
It's on the guitar.
Oh, it's on the guitar.
Just need some equipment, sorry. So, well, you'll know that there's like, if you have listened to our music for any period of time, you'll know that if you stick around long enough, you might end up in one of these tunes. So you know, writers, you know, whatever you write, if you're you write novels, or if you write poetry, or if you write songs, many people mine the stories around them. That's our job, right? Our job is to tell those stories. And this one comes from my family. In my family, which is Italian, it was the job of the youngest unmarried daughter to stay home and take care of aging parents, right? Did any of you have spinster aunts in your family? Yeah? Yeah, it kind of was how we did things once upon a time. And as I was thinking about them, and as I wrote this song about those many spinster aunts, I thought, well, maybe they have their own stories to tell. Okay. It's called The Maid's Tale. All the women that I know have married young and hard. By the age of 23, they have played out their last card. But I'll not a husband take, though it be fashion's band. 'Tis a maid I'll always be, and my time be well spent. All my sisters, like the birds, have flown from out the nest. I alone am left behind to tend to all the rest. I've an aging mother kind who needs my healing hand, and a father failing fast I will bury in this land. All those wagging fingers and those making match for me cannot conceive that I alone could ever happy be. But I work and toil the day and tend the ones I love. 'Tis not for them to plan for me, but only God above. All my sisters' daughters, may they heed this word from me. If with a man you find your love, then may you happy be. But if you find your spirit soars and cannot be held down, may you love your life the more spirit soars, then cannot be held down. May you love your life the more and stand on solid ground. You good? This next song was written during, I think, the poorly named Great Recession. I don't think it was so great. And wasn't great for a lot of people. Although it seems great by, like, other standards. Right? It's called Nothing at All. My ancestors worked these rolling hills, culling food from seeds so small. My grandmother sewed trousers on the factory floor, making something out of nothing at all. Me, my hands are idle like a fallow field, laid off and waiting for a call. But I'm broken and bewildered, I don't know my place, I'm just nothing, nothing at all. My children see no future in the work I did. They're not likely to pursue a trade. But really, who can blame them for the only wage is the commission that the broker made. The dealers and the traders make top dollar now. The deal's a thing of value, that is all. But it's only just a shell game. There's nothing there. They're selling nothing, nothing at all. Remember the map in the Britannica? Little pictures showing all the things we made. Now the map is empty, all those icons disappear. They're not for play. When the hungry farmer eats the seed, when the waterman fries his bait 'cause he has no haul, when the fabricator buys what he could have made, he's got nothing, nothing at all.
Well, we've, as my dear friend who wrote this song, who passed away this past November, would have said at this point in an evening, we've now come to that part of the evening where audience participation is required. So a long time ago, myself and a friend, we had gone to college together. We were the Spanish department at a high school. And eventually we decided, hey, let's write some music together. We were both from New York. He's from the east side, me from the west side. And we both sort of grew up in those days when we still called it folk music. And we wrote about the things that we knew. And he wrote one song. He wrote many songs, mostly political satire, and we played mostly in Washington, D.C. But he wrote this one song called Sheepshead Bay. And for those of you who might be from the New York area or know what a sheepshead is, the song was called Sheepshead Bay. And so we thought we would, our realization, Pam and myself, we played with our friend Dennis. Dennis passed away in November. And we were thinking, well, it's up to us now to keep that music alive. So this is one of Dennis's songs. Weekend fishermen travel to the bay, 30-minute ride on the subway. Pigeons in the city turn to seagulls at the bay. Atlantic Ocean ain't that far from Broadway. And here comes your part. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, fishing and fighting in the sun. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, Ahab and every man are one. Early in the morning you board the boat with all your gear, scrambled eggs and beer, breakfast at the pier. You turn around, get one more look. You're heading out towards Sandy Hook, and you watch as the city disappears. Sheepshead Bay on any given day. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, fishing and fighting in the sun. Sheepshead Bay. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, Ahab and every man are one. The blackfish are biting, oh, this bastard's fighting for its life. Hey buddy, pass the chum. Well, I'll cover any bet. I'll take the New York Mets, and I still think Giuliani was a bum. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, fishing and fighting in the sun. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, Ahab and every man are one. I'll drink just one more brew to end a perfect day. Solitary man on a solitary bay. One for the captain, one for the mate, and one for the one that got away. Sheepshead Bay on any given day. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, fishing and fighting in the sun. Sheepshead Bay on any given day, Ahab and every man are one. Ahab and every man are one.
Well, we haven't been playing much. We figured we'd come on out when Matt invited us because if we don't sing the stuff, who's going to do it? So, I mean, we'd love you all to sing it, so feel free. But you kind of just want to keep it alive. And that's why we were singing Dennis's song as well. It's nice to remember him. So one of the things, music allows you to be a part of things you never otherwise would be. That's one of the magical things about doing this kind of thing. You get invitations to things you wouldn't otherwise get to do. And this next song comes from a project we did with our former bandmates, with Sambarkin and with our friend Robert Earl Price, a musical. And this song comes from that musical. The music's called Red Devil Moon. Many of you hopped on a bus and came to see us when we took that to a festival in New York, which was fabulous. This is back in 2016. This song comes from the part of the story. The musical is based on the 1923 novel by Jean Toomer, Cain, which tells kind of a story. It comes from a particular story in that book about a sharecropping community and a love triangle and tragedy and sorrow and loss and sugarcane. This song is supposed to be when the men are sitting around burning cane all night long. So they cut the cane during the day, and at night a mule is tied to a pole and turns a grinder that grinds the cane into syrup that's then boiled through the night. This is supposed to be sung by the men. It's called The Circle. Up from rotting floorboards, cold stone factory walls, the autumn dusk will hold you in its thrall. Think you're independent, have plans to go your way. The chains of life will hold you mired in the Georgia clay. Pivot in the grinder will wear a man down. Man goes round that circle till he's in the ground. You're about as free as a mule harnessed to a pole. Think you're on your way somewhere, think you're in control. Season after season, everything's the same. You're still picking cotton, you're still grinding cane. Pivot in the grinder will wear a man down. You'll go round that circle till you're in the ground. Little boys dream of the men they'll be someday. Young men dream of jelly roll and romping in the hay. Working men dream of better work and better pay. Old men dream of childhood and living yesterday. Pivot in the grinder will wear a man down. Man goes round that circle till he's in the ground. Pivot in the grinder will wear a man down. Man goes round that circle till he's in the ground. You're about as free as a mule harnessed to a pole. Think you're on your way somewhere, think you're in control. Season after season, everything's the same. You're still picking cotton, you're still grinding cane. Pivot in the grinder will wear a man down. You'll go round that circle till you're in the ground. Let me give this back to Bob. Feature him on another tune.
The song comes from Chile. I used to sing it thinking about Latin Americans, and now I sing it thinking about so many of us. It's called Todo Cambia, Everything Changes. Cambia lo superficial, what is unimportant changes. Cambia también lo profundo, what is of utmost importance changes. Cambia el modo de pensar, how people think changes. Cambia todo en este mundo, everything in the world changes. It's a song of lament, it's a song of alienation, it's a song of loss, and yet it's a song of hope. Because the author realizes that if everything changes, then perhaps that which is changed, in this case, which has driven him from his country, that too will change. Todo cambia, everything changes. Cambia lo superficial, cambia también lo profundo, cambia el modo de pensar, cambia todo en este mundo. Cambia el clima con los años, cambia el pastor su rebaño, y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cambian más fino, brillante, de mano en mano su brillo, cambia el nido el pajarillo, cambia el sentir un amante, cambia rumbo el caminante, y aunque esto le cause daño, así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia el sol en su carrera cuando la noche subsiste. Cambia la planta y se viste de verde en la primavera, cambia el pelaje la fierra, cambia el cabello el anciano, y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Pero no cambia mi amor, por más lejos que me encuentre, ni el recuerdo ni el dolor de mi pueblo y de mi gente. Y lo que cambió ayer tendrá que cambiar mañana, así como cambio yo en esa tierra lejana. Cambia, todo cambia. Recuerdo ni el dolor de mi pueblo y de mi gente, y lo que cambió ayer tendrá que cambiar cambiar mañana, así como cambio yo en esta tierra lejana. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia. Cambia, todo cambia.
True tale. When they ask you how you got your name, you best have a tale to tell. Well, this is mine, and I hope you'll find I told it well. I told it well. My mother, she was carrying me the day she took to sea. The sea bore the ship, and the ship bore her, and somehow she bore me, and somehow she bore me. They sailed from Puerto Rico for a new life in New York. But late at night, when all was still, they felt a thunderous shock. The ship took a mighty shock. The ship began to groan and list. Water breached the hold. My mother prayed to love it in as the ship she pitched and rolled. As the ship she pitched and rolled. The captain came to my mother then, said, though we may all be drowned, would you like to bear and hold your child before the ship goes down? Before the ship goes down. My mother, she consented, and the captain lent a hand, and I came forth upon this earth, though never to see land, though never to see land. Some miracle attended there, for the ship she made her way, and the passengers and crew rejoiced when she docked at end of day, when she docked at end of day. And as they lit upon the land and inspected the broken hull, a second shock they had that day to see a whale filled up the hole, a whale patched up the hole. The whale was jammed up in the breach and sealed it like a drum. And when he could not rise to breathe, he knew his time had come. Must have known his time had come. Now I'm named for the captain, there's no finer man at sea. But if I knew it, I'd take the name of the whale who died for me, who gave his life for me. So when they ask you how you got your name, you best have a tale to tell. Well, this is mine, and I hope you'll find I told it well. I told it well. So that tune's called "The Name of the Whale," and many of you've heard that before. But that is about
My uncle, who was sailing actually in the opposite direction from Puerto Rico to New York, but for the sake of the song, changed it. But it was the first year that they actually had medical staff on passenger ships in the 1936.
1930s, yeah. And
Or 33, something like that.
he has the newspaper article from the event, and he was named for the captain Steve and for Port Henry in Virginia where they landed. So he's a Puerto Rican guy's named Steve Henry. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a great tune though. Such a great story that it had to be a tune. So that kicks off a little mini set for us. We're going back catalog. Me and Jonah got a lot in common. We've been running scared. There's a thing we've got to do, but we just ain't prepared. Pack my bags and buy me a ticket on a westbound boat. Surely there's a land where duty is not such a heavy load. All my running, all my fretting never did me no good. Every fear I fled from followed me until I was subdued. Now I ride 'neath the waves and the fathoms in the darkened womb. Send me back and I'll go willingly, just rescue me from this tomb. From the belly of the whale to the mouth of the sea, there can be no shortcut through my darkened destiny. But from the belly of the whale to the mouth of the sea, I've got a reason, got a spark. I've got a candle in the dark and a hand that guides me to the mark. From the belly of the whale. Every fall I ever took gave cause for being risen. Well, I suppose that there's a reason I'm confined to this human prison. So I journey as a willing pilgrim, harnessed to a way. Back from death to life I'll travel till I'm freed from this watery grave. From the belly of the whale to the mouth of the sea, there can be no shortcut through my darkened destiny.
But from the belly of the whale
To the mouth of the sea, I've got a reason, got a spark. I've got a candle in the dark, and a hand that guides me to the mark. From the belly of the whale, from the belly of the whale to the mouth of the sea, there can be no shortcut through my darkened destiny.
from the belly of the whale
To the mouth of the sea, I've got a reason, got a spark. I've got a candle in the dark, and a hand that guides me to the mark. From the belly of the whale, hey, I've got a reason, got a spark. I've got a candle in the dark, and a hand that guides me to the mark. From the belly of the whale. So, did it? I mean, I think whales might be my spirit animals. I don't know. Because I got one more for you. But did anybody see the video of the guy swallowed by the whale? I don't want to be that much of a spirit animal. So, you know, in the book, you know, in the movie, you might remember Fahrenheit 451, or in the book, they save the civilization that is being dismantled and destroyed by everybody memorizing a book. Do you remember at the end, everybody becomes a book, and they're like, oh, there, that guy's Shakespeare, and that's Henry V, and that's, you know, the brothers Karamazov over there. Well, I don't know, right now my book might be Moby Dick. And in Moby Dick, there's this very famous chapter called Fast Fish, Loose Fish. And it talks about, you know, the thing about Moby Dick is it was written in 1851, at the time when the world was getting ready to explode, if you think about it. And that's really what I think is captured in the book. And in this particular chapter, Melville talks about a law of the sea called fast fish, loose fish. If you catch a whale, if you've killed a whale and you harness it, you tie it up to your boat, and you stay on the boat, it's yours. But if you like harpoon a whale and then like you're going after a whole bunch of them and you come back, you say, I'll come back for that guy later. Somebody else can come along and claim it because it's a loose fish. So the one tied to your ship, that's a fast fish. It's fast, it's held fast. And the one out at sea is a loose fish. But he goes on to talk about all the things in life that are fast fish, things that you can count on, or things that are tightly held, maybe by someone else. And then he talks about all the things that are loose fish, things that are kind of up for grabs. This is fast fish, loose fish. And pretty much comes straight out of the book. Oh, a fast fish is a fast fish when it's tied to an occupied boat. Oh, a loose fish is a loose fish when it's unmoored and given to float. Oh, a fast fish is a fast fish when it's yours for the taking and marked. Oh, a loose fish is a loose fish when it never was yours from the start. When it never was yours from the start. Oh, I spied me a gentrified lady, and I landed her to be my wife. But so wild and untamed did I find her, I abandoned her on the seas of life. But regretting the deed, I endeavored to reclaim the loose fish I had won. But I found that another'd harpooned her, and another's fast fish she'd become, and another's fast fish she'd become. fast fish when it's yours for the taking and marked. Oh, a loose fish is a loose fish when it never was yours from the start. When it never was yours from the start. What is the serf or the slave, or the burdensome sharecropper's lease? What is the archbishop's millions, seized from the poor's bread and cheese? What is the reach of the landlord, or the debt collector's cold claw? It's the claim of the ship on the fast fish, when possession's the whole of the law. When possession's the whole of the law. Oh, a fast fish is a fast fish when it's yours for the taking and marked. Oh, a loose fish is a loose fish when it never was yours from the start. When it never was yours from the start. What are the rights of man and the liberties of all the world? What are restraint and discretion when into the seas they've been hurled? What of your standard of living, your right to a fair rate of pay? What is freedom of expression when they've left you nothing to say? What are our democratic traditions when the have-nots are silenced by haves? All of these things, friends, are loose fish, and all of our rights up for grabs, and all of our rights up for grabs. Oh, a fast fish is a fast fish when it's yours for the taking and marked. Oh, a loose fish is a loose fish when it never was yours from the start. When it never was yours from the start. When it never was yours from the start. Tough times. Well, we're going to make it better. I'm going to invite our former band members up to the stage to join us for this last song for the set. And while I'm doing that and while they're coming up, I'll remind you that there's Becky at the bar, Jamie shucking oysters. Please, please fulfill all your wild desires out there. And this song is actually a song that I wrote this past year. It's every year Bob and I do a holiday concert with Meredith Davies Hathaway right here at the Mainstay. And every year, the show's called Harp and Soul. That's the name of Meredith's group. She always invites me to be a special guest, and I'm always honored. So I always try to bring her something new. And this year I decided it was time to write a gift for the Mainstay and the Mainstay audience. So. Okay. Yeah, everybody set?
Reinforcements.
That's it.
Good set.
Well, it's been 5 years since we all played together on a stage, so please welcome back the Pam Ortiz Band, Philip Dutton, Nevin Dawson, and Ford Schumann. Yep. Mainstay, this is for you. Clark has got a handle on the sound. Jamie's shucking oysters by the pound. Becky's at the bar across from Charlie's old guitar. It's hanging on the wall there to remind us who we are, because we're all here for the music. Yeah, you cannot beat the band. The place ain't much to look at, but the company is grand. So gather round the Mainstay. Music can unite those far apart. And we fondly recall each name upon the wall, fondly still the ones whose names are written in our hearts. frost is on the ducks, the geese are on the water, farmers filling up the barn with winter hay and fodder. The watermen are out there with their icy hoe. Come evening they'll all find their way to this place in Rock Hall. So gather round the mainstay, music can unite those far apart, and we fondly recall each name upon the wall, fondest to the ones whose names are written in our hearts. Recall each name upon the wall, fondest to the ones whose names are written in our hearts. So raise a glass to Tom, drink a toast to Owen. Remember all the friends who've come and gone within our knowing, 'cause it's all about the music and it's all about your friends, the ones who've come and gone before, the ones who still remain. So gather round the mainstay, music can unite those far apart, and we fondly recall each name upon the wall, fondest to the ones whose names are written in our hearts. You can sing this. So gather round the mainstay, music can unite those far apart, and we fondly recall each name upon the wall, fondest to the ones whose names are written in our hearts. So gather round the mainstay.
Mr. Phil Dutton on the piano. Okay, wow, what a wonderful night. What a wonderful night. Oh, okay. And hopefully everybody has placed their raffle ticket in the blue bowl. Any latecomers or people that don't know what I'm talking about? Well, too bad. Too bad for you. Let's take care of the raffle first, okay? We're going to do 2 prizes. And the first is going to be a pair of tickets to any upcoming show here at the Mainstay that you like. On the condition that you call us first to make sure that there are seats still available. Okay, it's a good problem to have, I guess. But yeah, call us if you decide that you'd like to come to anything that we've scheduled, and we will put you down, and you can use these 2 tickets. Okay. And this is Patricia Gilkins. Did I get that right? First time, huh? That's pretty good. She's not here. Not here, no. What the hell with her then? We're going to pick another one. How about that? All right. Genevieve McWilliams. Oh, yeah. Are you here? Hey!
Janvier.
Our grand prize for the evening is, some of you may be familiar with this, and other people are wondering, what the hell is the Hairy Coconut Prize, the Mainstay Hairy Coconut Prize. And there are so many uses to a good, healthy hairy coconut. And few of you realize that if you plant the hairy coconut and think and play Sonny and Cher records in the background, then you'll grow a handsome crop of mohair. Okay? And Phil, will you pick the winner for this?
Sure.
And the winner of this week's Hairy Coconut is Mr. Dave Wharton. I did have one woman, when I handed her the Hairy Coconut that she won, she said, "No, what in the world am I supposed to do with?" Never mind. But that's great. I want to tell you briefly, we have shows just about every week for the rest of the year. And some weeks more than that. Some weeks we have some new additions to the calendar that have literally doubled the number of shows. We're going to do about 90 live music presentations. Yeah. And what's coming up? I'll tell you about the special things first. Of course, you know about the open mic nights, and those are the second Wednesdays of every month. And those are not your typical open mic nights. I mean, these are nights where at the end of the evening somebody gets up and plays Chopin, you know, and somebody reads poetry, and somebody does Jacques Brel. And then, of course, there are the usual old men with wooden guitars that come up and play. So we have a great time, and we have a great turnout, and there's no admission for those. And those are on Wednesday nights, the second Wednesday of every month. And more recently, toward the middle of last year, we started doing a Thursday evening event, which we call Pub Night. And it's from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a happy hour kind of thing. The bar is open, but the focus of it as very much cemented around live music, either here on our stage inside or on the outdoor stage. And that's also free. We're going to do one of those every Thursday from March 13th until the end of the year. So if you're wondering what to do on a Thursday evening after work or whenever, join us. But coming up in the immediate future, let me see if I can get this right. I won't remember any of it, I'm afraid. This Sunday, classical music fans, we have an exceptional program with a 7-piece ensemble, an international ensemble, happens to be based, or at least one time was based out of Baltimore, called the Baltimore Consort, and they perform music from Shakespeare's time, from the Renaissance, the Baltimore Consort. And that's at 4 o'clock on Sunday, this Sunday. And then next week, on Friday, the 21st, I believe that is, we are welcoming Van Albert and Steve McGovern back. They've played here before, and Van plays this wicked slide acoustic guitar, finger-picking guitar, and Steve has about 120 different harmonicas that he plays. And it's Southern blues, but it's authentic Southern blues. You know, it's Blind Mellow Jelly. I don't know who it is.
Memphis blues.
And they're terrific together. That's next Friday. And that's a fundraiser for the Kent County Animal Shelter, by the way. That's at 8 o'clock next Friday. And I'll tell you about one more, and that happens to fall on the 1st of March. It's a Saturday night, I believe. And that's for the bluegrass lovers in the house. And that's Danny Paisley and Southern Grass. Now, this is traditional bluegrass. It's the stuff that you heard on the Beverly Hillbillies. I mean, it's Flat and Scruggs stuff. And Danny Paisley has the voice of bluegrass. It's that high, twangy voice, and it's just really convincing and wonderful. And he's won Bluegrass Vocalist of the Year for I don't know how many times now, but that's coming up. I don't mean to take up too much. I won't take up any more of your time. Let's welcome back Pam and Bob and their friends.
So anticlimactic, but we tune because we care.
Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. One too many legacies, one too many fine homes. Handed up that family tree on roots tangled in black man's bones. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Think you earned this by yourself, think this is your due. Better check that cellar wall for oppression's residue. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Nobody's got clear title unless the land was cleared by his toil. No such thing as clean money when the hands that receive it are soiled. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains,
chains,
rattle them
shackles on the wall.
rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. One child goes to Harvard, one child goes to Yale, one child damn near lucky just to keep himself out of jail. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Your child's doing powder, my child's doing rock. Your child gets PBJ, mine's thrown in the old cell block. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them
Shackles on the wall.
rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Hey, your name's on the mailbox, your name's on the yacht. But guess what? That's my name too on everything you've got. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Rattle them chains, rattle them chains, rattle them shackles on the wall. Thank you. That song was inspired by an afternoon I spent on an old estate somewhere on the Eastern Shore. And it was a very well kept, lovely, ancient estate that had once been a plantation. And all I could think about, and I had read that there are places where you can go and see the iron rings still hanging in the court, still in the courtyard, or the shackles still on the basement wall. So Bob and I have lived here in Kent County for almost 30 years. It'll be 30 years in September. Before that, we lived in Baltimore, not far from Westminster Hall, wherein Edgar Allan Poe is buried. And we had a friend at the time. She was the archivist at the Peabody Institute. And one day she came to me with an article. She said, "Look at this article. It was written by Mae Garretson Evans, the first female reporter for the Baltimore Sun, when she used to have to write under a male pen name. And it was an interview with the gravekeeper at Poe's burial. Isn't that great? She's like, this would make a great Gothic song. Sadly, it came out to be a country tune. It's called Poet's Grave. Okay, and the break is?
Nevin. All Nevin.
Okay.
All for it. All for it. Sorry. Sorry. All for it.
I want to start it. I am the sexton of a book that's leather bound, in which it is recorded all the lives lived in this town. When you're born among us, I I write the day and age. And when your days are over, I inscribe it on the page. Well, now it came as quite a shock to me to hear of his travail, as if this storyteller could have written a happier tale. But now among the list of dead sailors, thieves and fools, there is our man of letters, just another wandering soul. They laid him down, down, down in a poet's grave. The city's sentinel of a darker day. We clutched our fears to our breasts as they lay that man to rest. Our voice was buried with the best in a poet's grave. It was a most humble procession for a man of lofty mind. Just a hearse with a team of black and a single hack behind. Misters Clam and Herring and Judge Poe stood by the grave without a single blossom to relieve the gloom of day. They laid him down, down, down in a poet's grave. City's sentinel of a darker day. We clutched our fears to our breasts as they lay that man to rest. Our voice was buried with the best in a poet's grave. Well, now the preacher said the service, then we walked home in the fog. And later I heard rumors he'd been buried like a dog. Well, it wasn't true, I tell you, it was done with due respect. But a poet wins his praises not in this life, but the next. They laid him down, down, down in a poet's grave. City's sentinel of a darker day. We clutched our fears to our breasts as they lay that man to rest. Our voice was buried with the best in a poet's grave. They laid him down, down, down in a poet's grave. The city's sentinel of a darker day. We clutched our fears to our breast as they lay that man to rest. Our voice was buried with the best in a poet's grave. Now, I want to make sure everybody knows who's up here on stage, and then I'm going to invite some special friends up. I can't say at the end of the solo, because I'm about to sing, I can't say that was Ford Schumann, but that was Ford Schumann on guitar. And on piano, we have Philip Dutton. And on viola and violin, Nevin Dawson. And of course, you know Bob Ortiz on percussion and many other things. And I'm Pam. Oh, Pam. I am. So this next tune is another, sadly, I mind other people's stories to write this song, but these are very special friends. Please welcome the members of the Chestertown Ukulele Club.
Have we wished everyone a happy Valentine's Day yet?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, y'all.
How
Happy Valentine's.
many of y'all here on a date?
I've got date people
Oh,
here
woo,
tonight.
all
Yeah,
right.
look at that. All right.
Romance is still alive in Kent County.
May you live up to the title of saint.
My Valentine is sitting in the audience.
Aw, ain't you sweet? This song was written especially for our friends behind us, and we couldn't think of doing it without them. So this is Jamie's Parlor.
Everybody ready?
They come paddling up Chester. They motor in from Quaker Neck. Farmers drop the plow. Preachers leave the pulpit. Days done, soup's on. Grab your pen. They're all gathering in Jamie's parlor. If you're late, there'll be no review. When it comes to music, there's strength in numbers. Old times turn out to play the youth. Old times turn out to play the youth. Some folks may say this town's deserted. Some folks may think the sidewalks all rolled up. But if you pass that house on Washington Avenue, you might start to think that something's up. They're all gathering in Jamie's parlor. If you're late, there'll be no review. When it comes to music, there's strength in numbers. Old towns turned out to play the youth. Old towns turned out to play the youth. I heard the churches canceled Bible study. The pub message out across the nation. Tell all the soldiers in a foreign land. Tell the shy and lonely, tell the whole or broken. There's room for all in this humble band. They're all gathered in Jamie's parlor. If you're late, there'll be no review. When it comes to music, there's strength in numbers. Whole towns turned out to play the youth. Whole towns turned out to play the youth. Whole worlds turned out to play the youth. Chestertown Ukulele Club.
And that's Jamie right there. That's Jamie.
Mayor, Linda, Ford, Mary, and the eponymous Jamie.
Jamie.
You guys were great. That was great. We'll give them a minute.
So someone, I can't remember who, they may be in this audience, recently shared a memory on Facebook. It's a photo of one of our first performances. I'm not sure Philip was even a member of the band yet. And our first regular gig, when I was a part anyway, was at Against the Grain Bakery. Before it was even... Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, it was you. And it was half the size that it is now. It was the what is now just the bakery part. And I think a full house was 13 people. It may have included us, I can't remember. And the best part was, if someone had to go to the bathroom while we were playing, I had to do this. So they could get through the door.
He's a man of many talents. This tune, I spent a small amount of time, about a year, in eastern Kentucky, and took this fabulous hike one day with a bunch of kids that I was working with and some friends. This is called Polly Johnson's Holler. Down in Polly Johnson's Holler, a 2-hour hike from here, just when you reach the long-lost village of the ancient pioneers. You'll know it by the long, tall grasses, empty houses with a vacant stare. But by the side of that abandoned mountain grow the sweetest kind of berries there. And if you battle the brambles and give it your best, well, the birds might get the sweetest ones, but you'll have all the rest. 3 or 4 abandoned houses, a pantry and a boy who built these houses and then left them looking so forlorn, with tobacco hanging in the rafters, squash and beans on the pantry shelf. I'd run away and hide out in this holler, but when you're grown you can't run from yourself. Still I live off these berries, and I'd give it my best, and the birds might get the sweetest ones, but I'd have all the rest. Rough-hewn logs, a little mortar, oozing in between, plastered with some old newspapers from 1917. News of Europe's war, a distant rumble, hints of changes in a mirrored glass. How it freezes time in one still moment, when your life is papered with the past. It's here they battled those brambles and gave it their best, and the birds would get the sweetest ones, but they had all the rest. A wooden spoon in old tin pitcher, a jar of berry jam, crack the lid and dip my finger. Transported where I am, you leave a legacy in stone and marble, proclamations and a dusty will. But you give more by leaving hints and guesses, unpicked berries on a brambled hill. So we can bat all the scrambles and give it our best, and the birds might get the sweetest ones, but we'd have all the rest. So we can bat all the scrambles, give it our best, and the birds might get the sweetest ones, but we'd have all the rest.
Johnny Cash says, switching cars like kissing a duck.
That's right.
Never heard that? Never?
Let's see if I got this in.
Before your time.
I am the baby of the group.
Don't rub it in. That's all right. We got perspective, Nevin.
I learned from my elders.
Ouch. You just wait. I'm a songwriter and paybacks are hell.
You're the Taylor Swift of Kent County.
Oh, yeah. Wait till I do my band breakup album.
I can hardly wait for Nevin's song.
Does that make Bob Kelsey, what's his face? I don't even know his name. Yeah, but I'm not just like, let me just assure you and calm you, because I will never wear hot pants on stage. Oh my God, someone was laughing too loud. Okay. No, we are doing this just because we want to keep the music out there, right? So that's the point. This next tune is another back catalog tune, but we have fun playing it. I spent a small amount of time representing kids in Baltimore City many years ago. And I had a client, and a lot of times parents would be brought in from the correctional institutions because their kids were in court for abuse or neglect proceeding. And I had a kid once, a client, and he was sitting next to me on the bench behind everything, and he was going like, his dad was brought in leg irons and chains. He's going like this. I said, what's the matter? He said, no more fathers for me, man. This is called Heart of the Holy. Breaks like bread in the fire. Oh, how the holy burn. He offers his soul in the smoke of desire. All that the was smaller. But what about the little ones? When they leave us, do they run through Elysian fields of sun to the heart of the holy? Aaron was born when Orion was falling, no light to guide him home. His mama was beaten by all her companions. Oh, what a vision to own. Sees his father ironclad, stripped of any power he'd had. He says, for me, man, no more dads. All my fathers are trouble. Well, I'm casting above water and climbing in. Too much dark work on the shore. Well, these children are bags of to be drowned, and I ain't gonna watch it anymore. Sherry was bought at the price of a needle. Oh, for a little fix. Daddy supplied more than Mama had asked for. She knows it with every kick. And when she came forth on this earth, a little more than a needle's worth. Mama left after the birth, no warm arms to enfold her. I'm casting a boat on the water, climbing in. Too much tough work on the shore. Well, these children are bags of kids to be drowned, and I ain't gonna watch it anymore. Da, 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 da. What about the little ones? When they leave us, do they run through Elysian fields of sun to the heart of the holy? This next tune is called The Fisher. Some men play at another man's work. That's a strange concept to me. I've toiled all my life, getting up before dawn, eking a life from the sea. There are things that I know you won't read in a book. You can't Google the feel of the waves, or what I can tell from a scent on the wind, or how the tide swells and behaves. I see these fine boats tied up on the dock. There's little room left for my breed, but a woman or man who works with their hands will always be someone you need. So come, all you oystermen, crabbers and such, those who trawl for a living like me, and we'll toast to ourselves and those like-minded salts who feed all the world from the sea. Some are captains of industry, poets and kings, but our simple life's fine, you'd agree. And Christ was a fisher of men, so I guess fishing's just fine for me. We got a couple more. Can I get out for a second? Thank you. All right, we got just a couple more to do for you. Doesn't sound good though. Somebody's feeding back. It might be that. I don't know. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I think so. You gotta love the working man. You gotta love the working man. You gotta love the working man. He's worked for you and the chores, he's working for you and me. You gotta love the working man, that's right. You gotta love the working man,
yes you do.
you gotta love the working man, he's working for you and me. He shovels gravel and he paves the road. He shows the shrubs to trim the lawns and mow. He fills the truck and then he hauls the load. He's working for you and me. You gotta love the working man, that's right. You gotta love the working man all night. You gotta love the working man, he's working for you and me. He labors daily in the heat of day. He picks the berries and he cuts the hay. Prepares equipment, hauls the trash away. He's working for you and me. You gotta love the working man. Oh, you gotta love the working man. That's right. You gotta love the working man. He's working for you and me. And what about his female counterpart? She works as hard and does it all with heart. And generally paid less for her part. Still she's working for you and me. You gotta love the working man and woman. You gotta love the working man and woman. You gotta love the working man. He's working for you and me. He trawls your seafood from the ocean floor. Fetches another when you ask for more. He scrubs the plate until his hands are sore. He's working for you and me. You gotta love the working man. Oh, you gotta love the working man. That's right. You gotta love the working man. He's working for you and me. You gotta love the working man. You gotta love the working man. You gotta love the working man. He's working for you and me. She's working for you and me. He's working for you and me. So it's always magical at the Mainstay. And we really have got so many people to thank. I really want to thank Matt Malnick for inviting us and for the board for supporting this amazing place. Clark Bjorky and Benji Price, who do sound and make everybody on the stage sound great. And all of the volunteers who make this place what it is. Jamie, who brings the oysters. All of you who fill the seats. This is what we do this for. It's so much fun. I want to reintroduce everybody in the band and let them tell you where you can see them next. So I will start with Nevin Dawson on viola and violin. So give him a hand. And tell them where they can see you next.
Well, if you extend Matt's calendar just another week further into March, on the 9th, which is a Sunday at 4 p.m., my brand new trio will play classical music, so a little bit of a shift from tonight. It's called the Birch Trio. It's myself on violin and viola, Ashley Watkins on flute, Denise Nathanson on cello, and we're going to span the centuries from 1700s to now. So please come check us out.
Fabulous. And on guitar, Ford Schumann.
I'd like to say, I'll let you know that we're going to be my trio, BFD. That's Ben, Ford, and Deb, in case you're wondering.
Sure, Ford.
Yeah, that's how serious we are. But we're going to be playing the first pub night right here on March 13.
All right, so come back. It's free.
And we also have like an open mic at the last Wednesday of the month at the Garfield, and hope to see you there.
Yeah. And on piano, Philip Dutton.
Thank you. Nevin and I and about 5 other adult musicians in the community are working with a group of 5 or 6 high school students who are in the jazz band. And one of the mothers, a band mom, is really putting this together. And we're going to be on this stage on March the 30th, and they're raising money for their spring trip. So the kids are great. They're really coming along. The band's coming together, and I encourage you to come and support these kids on March the 30th here at their Mainstay.
And one of the adults is our adult kid, Sem,
Yes.
who's performing with the group.
So come in March and you'll probably see one of us.
Yeah, right. And of course, there's Bob Ortiz on percussion, and piano, and guitar, and voice. Oh, yeah. We're all going to be together on April 11th and 12th when the Chester River Chorale performs 2 of our songs with us. So look for that. They'll be selling tickets later this month. And I hear they sell out because there's 100 people in the chorale. So it should be really fun. And there's no bigger kick than having 100 voices behind you. So it's really fun.
It's pretty good music, too.
Again, I want to thank the members of the Chestertown. The Chestertown Ukulele Club for joining us today. And they meet on Wednesdays, still Wednesdays, but they've moved from Jamie's Parlor. They're now at Music Life. Am I right? So I expect you to be swamped with people this week. We're going to close with this tune from our the musical that we did together, and thank you again so much.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Boys, it's best you beware when you see it in the air. That's the haze of a red double moon. When the air's so moist and thick, it's so sweet, it makes you sick. That's the night of a red double moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide from that red devil moon. When your woman can't be found, chances are she's playing around, led astray by that red devil moon. When the hounds start to bay and the chickens will not lay, that's the night of a red double moon. When the mule's spindles shake and the mill thread starts to break, that's the night of a red double moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide from that red devil moon. When your woman can't be found, chances are she's playing around. Let her stay by that red devil moon. Thank you, Mainstay, everybody. We have one more if you'll do it with us. All right? Yeah, you got to work for it. Yeah, yeah. What'd you say? I thought I had a problem, but Nevin can't remember whether he plays violin or viola. Wing it, Nevin.
Yeah, wait till you get our age, Evan.
All right, this one. So this song was. Okay. I gotta remember sing the right song. It has to be in your.
There's a dock.
It has, yeah, I know. There's a dock. There's like.
Sailing.
Another country.
Yeah, there's another country. Oh, yeah. So this song was inspired by our good friend, Vince Remand, who really taught us that just because you live in a small place doesn't mean you can't think big. So you're going to sing this with us. I could sail to China from this dock. Okay, you do that 3 times. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. That's the only odd line. I could sail to China from this dock. You want to try that? All right. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock.
Wrong key.
Who's in the wrong? I'm in the wrong key?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in D.
Oh, it's in D.
Yeah.
All right.
You got the right.
Here to sing. The words are right.
You got the
Let's try
right
it again.
guitar.
Wrong dock.
Rock
All right,
guitar.
I could sail to China from this dock.
There you go.
Oh, your sopranos are going to love this. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. We in the right key?
I can sail to
China from this dock.
You got it.
No, you know what the problem is? It's this note. It is very warm on the stage, and the guitar does not like that. No. Let me try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Something's wrong. All right. Those of you watching from home, we've erased the videotape.
This happened to us one other time. I remember we were playing somewhere, and I had a keyboard, and I shifted a half a step because I wanted to play in the key of F instead of the key of E, and I forgot to change it back. And we were playing the next song, and I'm just playing along happy as a clam, and Nevin is because he just slides up, you know, and everybody else is looking forward like, what key is he in? And we finished the song, and I had no idea. These guys just adapted me.
No, it's that Perlman thing. Where like he played outside. What was it? And somebody picked up his instrument, and it was horribly out of tune. And he just adjusted his fingering so nobody knew. I am not that good.
I do that all the time, yeah.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're going to sing your part one more time. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. Much better. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. Travel Still Pond Creek. Soon I'll enter the Chesapeake. From this reedy tidal beach, all the world is within reach. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. When I'm tired and feeling low, deal's gone sour, the work is slow. I'll stop my boat and sail away for the shores of old Cathay. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. Some folks fret to pay the bills. Some see mountains, others hills. Thinking small will bring you down. Bigger vision, smaller frown. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could sail to China from this dock. I could leave today at 5 o'clock. I could sail to China from this dock. Thank you all. Have a great weekend and enjoy. Safe ride home.